right, welcome back.
Yo.
We have a treat for y'all today, man. I will do you a lot of disservice introducing y'all, because y'all's introductions are legendary. So if y'all want to run them down.
How much time we got?
we got all day. We can spend half the show on intros, man. It's all good. They that nice. Yo,
I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself? Try to turn it up right there. Bottom one. Yep.
Yo.
Good.
Test.
Yo.
Back it out.
Yo. Zagazao.
Can you hear me?
Yo.
You can hear nobody? All right.
Is it master of vocal?
I can't hear nobody. Oh, there we go.
You know what it is?
Oh, yeah.
You know what it is? You know what the problem is, Brown man? For too long, you haven't thought of yourself as king, so you didn't think to turn up the master knob. That's the problem.
You
gotta inductionate yourself. You see, Stan Lee and George Soros came out with Black Panther to indoctrinate the black community to a lost, tough, staff, and blind all of 2018, my brother. Okay? They call it movie phone. You pick a phone, we call it
all
the
day.
devil.
This is crazy.
The devil, my God.
Yo, you see, I can hear this nigga's bow tie.
Okay.
We're gonna run it back though.
All right. Give me another bean pie, my brother.
All right, man. We got a special treat for y'all today, man. Like I was saying before, we had technical difficulties. I could not introduce y'all any better than the legendary introductions y'all provide. So I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, man.
Yo, you know what it is. Coming to you live from your boy Arian Foster's studio. It's your boy Desus Nice, aka Desus Vice, aka Young Chipotle, aka Pocket Stay Fat like Terrio. Okay, Chris Stats Pro Sling Dick, Eli Litby, Lucha Gully, Slow Down Might Know You Bitch, Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, DJ Fuego, Mr. Nando Romano, Mino Visita Cuatro, in Nueva York, Mikhail going off the Juve Boss, MC Little Gunga P putting up a 40 with your shorty, aka Don't Talk to Me in the Uber Pool.
I don't fucking know you, dog.
The original one plus one got plus one, so don't make a fuss, son. Jesus Rothstein's a Jamaican Jew. Hey, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Young Pa, the Ghost of Mufasa, Young Chakunery out the Coonery, aka Chili Lamone, left-handed reliever for the Yankees. Que lo que?
Papi, estamos lindo.
Vice Makazaka, 3-Phone Jones, Jesus X Rockin' Up, J Chuckle, Stanley Cups, Demon Dr. Bonner's label, Dilute, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mr. 240p, because I like my Pinot Blurry, DJ Woolite, AK, you're listening to Washed FM. Up next, we got 2 hours of Color Me Bad. The Curry Goat, Jesus Spicer, Jamal Hashburn, the Bronx, Celine Dion.
Oh, goddamn.
My heart will go on. Yes. Rare nephew, Noreno, you can't contain no human memory, word to job. Young Aaron, the racist provocateur, Hedrick Budcuss, Nelson Mandela, Sergio Can't See Me, Vladimir Booth, and the human word is melting in your mouth. Mr. Bexar Decadent, Ricky Squabby, Greg Popovich, Morrissey with your chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Maccabee, but I got the cucumber. The juices are pressed, but your boy never is. I am the art, damn it. The Dundada Ganoush. Yeah, give me 1 second. I catch my breath. No more cup of noodles. The Prince of Peckham, the Fashion Over Casanova, William H. Cents, 5 cents, 10 cent dollar. Forget the small change. Give me big money wine. The only anthem I salute is Dipset, Mr. Saga. Catch me at square one, top left.
Yo, man, this is Marv.
Trailers Resuda. Holy cow. The Mr. Soft Palms, because all I do is count money and jerk off. We got OJ, Purple Stuff, Soda, and it's me, Sonny D. Jesus, man. These is gangsters, these red bottom, these is bloody shoes. Mr. Shopping that street easy with a bad breezy like I'm Yeezy, please believe me. The black Asiatic who'll crack your back like an automatic craftmatic. Mr. Lamarina, Mesh Marina with a fresh misdemeanor and a cold demeanor, aka your problematic bae. Invest in Bitcoin, put all your kids' futures in Bitcoin.
That's right. Yo,
that was just one of them.
That was just one.
We got one more.
Yeah, it's your boy, the Dykeman Don. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
AKA,
take your shirt off, daddy.
Yeah. I might gotta take my shirt. I need it from the top, baby. Yo, it's your boy, the Kid Mero, aka the Human Direct Flap, aka Curve Gotti, aka Triz Khalifa, aka Skirt Loader, aka I know fucking baby, I fucking man.
Respect his agency.
AKA check the guest list again right there, nigga. My name is right there next to EJ Johnson, nigga. I'm a way better bitch
I'm out
than
here
him,
with
nigga.
Arian Foster.
You know what
I was looking stupid.
Like, I been looking stupid, nigga. I don't got no fucking ID, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You crazy? Yo, I herniated a couple discs, got rock and jump doing triple backflips because I'm the motherfucking dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ben Smack Biombo, the Dykeman Don, Tom Brazy. Your girl got my balls tight deflated. You know what I'm saying? AKA Feel the Ass Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to explore your Cosmos, ma. AKA Zaniel Bedingfield. I'm trying to get some sticks. AKA the Dominican Dada, AKA Joe Hookah. I dare you to smoke with me at Mama Sushi. AKA Ben Boston. I have the precision of a Swiss wristwatch. I will remove your brainstem with the clip Newport. Now you have vivid memories of standing in front of Daytop with Julio. You don't even know a Julio.
We love you, man.
You're welcome. AKA, I open your medicine cabinet, nigga, secure your benzos, cause I'm the Zen man. AKA, Rico Sabroso, AKA, Baby Newport, I got them shits 2 for $5. AKA, Nino Brown, shut the Carter down. AKA, East Tree, my Stevie B, I got a Jerry Curl and your titi's mouth on my cock. I wanna be the one your titi is fucking.
Hey.
Pulling from 50, nigga, in Oklahoma City, ain't shit to do out here, nigga, but fuck it. It's Barmelo's Anthony.
For 3. Nice hat.
Bang! You know what I'm saying? If you see me in Target, dog, trying to find out what the fuck cookie butter is, nigga, respect my agency, especially if I'm with my cubs, dog. I might react radically like an ursine mammal. You know what I'm saying? I sold fake lean to your favorite SoundCloud rapper. That nigga's high off Mrs. Butterworth right now. You know what I'm saying? From across the pond, mate, I'm here to tell you now who it is. It's the plantain supernova in the sky. One day you will find me smoking weed on Tremont with Arian on Dykeman with no ID.
You know what it is.
Still get in the club smoking the hooks, nigga.
You know what
I'm
it
saying? And to pay homage to the homeland, Dykeman. Que fue Big Tiger Gang. Llegó el hijo Titi FIFA bajando con la pinta de tarjetero más dura que el bate de Gary Sánchez. Prepárense para el año nuevo, Guaremate, que lo voy a matar. Lo voy a explotar. Y un consejo para todos los palomos que quieren buscar sonido de este lado. Nah, papá, bájale 2. Deja la dema y ponte para lo tuyo. Que te pongo el cocote en el suelo. We out here, nigga. Let's go.
For English, please press 2.
Yo, well, I appreciate y'all listening in on the podcast, man. Signing off.
Hey.
Man, so if y'all still here, man, it's Desus and Mero.
You know what it is. Number one show at late night.
That's right.
AKA the Bodega Boys. You know what it is. We out here. 212 on our
I
boy.
appreciate y'all carving out some of your intro writing to come through.
You know, we had to make time for you, brother.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it,
all
man.
day, man. Come on.
So for my people that don't know you, man, most should, man, because y'all, I think, are the future of late night television.
Hey, thank you.
That's crazy.
High praise.
For sure, man. Tell them how you got your start in, because I remember y'all off of Twitter. That's when I first.
Yeah.
Is that really how that shit got started?
Yeah, I mean,
because right
like-
now you have your own show on Viceland.
We got a show on Viceland. We got.
and multiple streams of revenue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just for y'all motherfuckers that forgot.
Nah, we
talk
out here.
spicy.
We got the talk show, Desus and Mero. We have the anime on Netflix with Jada Smith, Neo Yokio.
Neo Yokio.
Yeah.
We got Bodega Boys on
what I'm
iTunes
saying?
Radio. Shout out
Podcast.
to Rebel Studios. We
All
got
that.
a lot of stuff on deck
You know
and
what I mean?
stuff.
Yeah, nah.
And mad shit that the white people will be mad if we talk about it now. You know what I'm saying? So we're
Yeah.
going to talk about it now.
Oh, we got the book deal,
More
Random
shit-
House.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can talk
Got-
about it. We can talk about anything you want to talk about.
But the basically, you know what, we were each doing our independent thing. But what got people seeing us was definitely Twitter.
Yeah.
Because you could have like you could have the blogs, you could be doing your writings and stuff. But Twitter really got people. Like the right people got to see our stuff.
Right.
Before it was like, yo, you're funny, blah blah. We had that buzz, but
Right.
no one in a position to do anything with us
Right.
was seeing us.
So your show is like it's a political and social commentary,
Right.
but with a comedic twist, with a current urban comedic twist.
Yeah. We think of it kind of like it's more of a zeitgeist of the day's events because we don't go in there looking to
Nice
be
word,
political.
zeitgeist. Nice.
You know, trying to move it, shout to Kanye. You know, we it's whatever was happening that day. We don't go in there like, boom, what's happening in politics. But
Right.
like today, I think we were talking about there was a teacher in Wisconsin that gave her third graders a lesson plan that was asking them what are the 3 benefits of slavery.
Yeah, okay, I saw that. Yeah.
But the way the show works is it's kind of like a deconstructed television talk show, late night talk show. From somehow on that rant, we did almost a 20-minute rant about how George Washington Carver couldn't possibly have invented 300
many
different things with peanut.
That's an interesting story though.
No, you know what? Every Black History Month, we just say it, and no one ever questions us on it.
Peanut oil, peanut butter.
He had peanut oil listed like 5 times. No one checked the documents.
Like different, I mean, nigga had like 6 different type of peanut oil, fam. He had like the low fat, like the non-fat, gluten-free.
you know what I mean?
Like,
And
you know what
he
I'm saying?
had salted peanuts listed as an invention.
That's so funny.
George
man.
Washington Carver was the original LeVar Ball. Okay, he's just out here
my God.
snake
Peanut
oiling
bread.
it. Never lost.
Triple P's.
All of a sudden, you got there's all kinds of different peanut butter categories.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
because he said
Just cause. He was like, just go.
He's like, I
No one-
invented crunchy, motherfucker. Pay homage.
my middle name, Jiffy. You know what it is.
Out of
it. So
here.
y'all grew up in the Bronx, correct?
BX all day. You know what it is. Shout out to 233. You know what it is.
Man. So y'all grew up in the Bronx. We talked about this when I was on y'all podcast a little bit, but like I don't know shit about the boroughs, right? So you hear about it growing up. Like
Right.
I heard about I think it was Harlem with Rucker.
Yeah.
Like, so you hear about that kind of shit broken on. BX was where hip hop started. The South Bronx, and KRS-One, and like that prestige of the New York boroughs is I was always envious. Like I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's cool. I grew up there. It's fine. But like when people ask like where you from, you like. Bronx.
Bronx. You can just say it.
It's a different.
You don't even say New York City. Nobody says New York City. He's like, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Queens.
I couldn't never do that. Like, I'm Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like, you speak good English, man. Like, man.
That never resonated to me till I was out in Paris once, and people was like, "Where you from?" And you can't just be like New York, because then they're like, "We're in New York." Right. They want that hyper local. Yeah. They want to know the zip code and everything. Then they ask the weirdest question because they're like, "Oh, do you know Diddy?" Because they think everyone in New York lives on one block.
Know each other.
Yeah. Yo, I swear to God, bro, I was doing a warehouse job back in the day in Harrison, New Jersey, with a bunch of dudes from Philly that had put me onto the job. It was some camp trucking shit where it was like you pack up all these like rich kids camp gear and put it into 18-wheelers, and then they send it off to their camps, and shit gets distributed. Right. But it's just a bunch of low-life motherfuckers hanging around smoking weed, loading up trucks. Right. And the dudes that put me on was from Philly. So I'm with these Philly dudes out in Jersey, and we just driving around and shit like that, whatever. And we pull up somewhere, and we just chilling, drinking beers. And homie comes out, he's like, "Yo, where you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from the Bronx." He's like, "Yo!" And he called out everybody, "Yo, this nigga's from the Bronx. Yo, this nigga's from the Bronx. Yo, you know Big Pun? You know Big Pun?" I'm like, I mean, I've seen a nigga a couple times. Like, yeah, like.
That's where you just gotta start lying about it.
Like, it's my man. That's my man. That's what I know.
Yo, French Montana's my neighbor. Yeah,
some of the lines.
Yeah. Dead in the middle, literally. That was me, nigga. I wrote that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
That's hilarious, man. So that's what's crazy to me is, man, y'all come from this prestigiously known borough, right? Mm-hmm. One of them, and y'all was just regular cats, just living life.
Still.
You know what?
Not regular no more, man.
To us, it's still because like I found myself doing regular stuff I used to do 4 years ago, and people were looking at me like, "Have you lost your mind?"
Yeah.
The other day, I was in McDonald's. I got two. I went to the lady and I was, because you know, Filet Fish Gang, one of the best foods America's ever made.
Yeah, that shit is trash, by the way, man.
Listen. I came out the kindness of my heart. I'm about to leave.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you plug this nasty shit. So what are you talking about?
So I go to McDonald's and everyone's like, "Oh, you gonna get the dollar money?" I'm like, I got a little money. I was like, "How much is the filet fish sandwich by itself? No fries. I'm not rich like that. That's like $8 right there." And Shorty was like, "Yo, they're 2 for $5, Jesus." And I was like, "Oh, they're 2." And I was like, "Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Did you just say?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Now this McDonald's worker knows I'm buying filet of fishes. I can't show my face in here. I'm all embarrassed. Everyone behind me's like, "Yo, Hollywood, move over! I'm trying to buy a McFilet." I'm like, "Oh damn, sorry, man."
I've been following y'all for years, man, and I always been fans. And so I saw y'all rise, and how I knew it was real was I came out to New York. I forget for, but. Later that night, me and you went to that 444 concert.
Yes.
I think you was ducking. So good.
I got like 8 kids, bro.
I ain't mad at you, man. You only got so much time in the day. But we went out to that 444 concert.
Yeah.
And we getting through all the I'm used to kind of getting escorted to certain parts of the whatever event or function I'm at. But we getting off on the strength of you. That shit blew my mind.
Fam, how you think I felt that night? Because I'm in the front, and I'm like, "Yo, you really gonna farm me in front of Arian Foster?" I was like, "He right here." Like someone comes out, and I see someone come out the club, and they're looking for somebody, and I'm like, "He's right here. You can't. He's bigger than everyone." They're like, "Jesus." I was like,
"Oh, me? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit."
Yeah.
I was like,
I was saying I was right here.
I was like.
And then we went out too on
Dykeman,
yeah. And I ain't never been to Dykeman before.
It's a special place.
I recommend it if you haven't.
Was that Pizza Zoo you went to?
Yeah, we went to Pizza Zoo first, and then we hopped in the 05 Accord.
It was definitely blurry then.
Niggas was
It was a fuzzy night.
That's a Dykeman night. You just see some bank charges the next day, like,
because I was like, "Yo, because when you say I'm coming out, like I haven't really been out here like that," and I was like, "I don't want this nigga to come out to New York and be like in Times Square and shit, like with all that." I was like, "We gotta take him to the hood."
Right.
So we went to Pizza Zoo.
I appreciate that putting my life in jeopardy.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
I'll take care of you.
I got you.
You need that chance of dying.
I was like,
that makes the night good.
You good. You look wild Dominican. You good. So we hit a pizza zoo. Shout out to Nico, the whole, you know what I'm saying, gang. But that's like a day party, and the shit was over at 10. And then, you know what I'm saying? We bounced out of there, and it was like, where to now? So then we go to fucking Agua Roja and Dykeman.
Yeah.
And homie low-key tried to front at the door, and I was like, well, nigga, that's Arian Foster.
Right.
Stop playing games. And he was like, oh, word? All right, y'all good.
Yeah,
right in.
That was the funny part. It's like people was like recognizing, like, oh, that's Desus, man. Man, we love y'all. And I was like, oh shit, you're with Arian too. That's cool. That's cool. That's what, like, yo, the brand, like y'all, and y'all branding is real. Like how you guys present it and how you guys market yourselves. It's brilliant. Cause like you said, like the brand is strong. That's the dope little tag. Have y'all got that
trademark?
Yeah, trademark.
Shout out to the people. We got people working on things.
Okay, man.
Because it's the money team.
Because it's a real thing. It's a real thing, man. And I was hoping y'all didn't bring no Bodega Boys shit for me. Did you?
It's cool. We got more stuff coming.
Man.
No, you get special shit. You get special shit.
I'm gonna pay for it.
You know what the problem is? Like we can't even keep it in stock. Like when we have it, it flies out of there like that.
Pop your hoodie, my nigga.
It's people.
Pop your hoodie.
And people be mad too. People be mad because it's like we do a lot of shit, and it's like we New York dudes, so a lot of this shit is based in New York. Shout out to Tony Peralta because he has like the shop that we sell a lot of our merch out of.
Right.
And like people in Chicago, LA, whatever, be like, yo, when y'all gonna come with the online stuff, bro? First quarter. First quarter, bro.
We're trying. We're trying.
First of all, let me tell you what the first quarter is.
I just heard Victor say that shit. I just started repeating it. I was like, "We're first quarter." Victor said first quarter. I don't know what that means, but get ready.
But that's the interesting thing about you guys' rise is like you're not really from, because I mean it's like that with a lot of professional athletes as well, right? Like you come from these poverty-stricken neighborhoods and areas, and then all of a sudden you're thrust into this affluent lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so that transition, I always wondered how have you handled that transition? Because you're famous now. You recognize you recognize where you go. So have you handled that transition monetarily and just the physicality of like meeting somebody?
Well, I mean, monetarily, what I did was make myself broke again. By buying a house, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I bought a house. Now I'm back to square one, and now I'm paying a mortgage. I'm paying the light bill. I'm paying all this, the insurance, and the sprinklers, and all that.
Right.
So like my affluence is not that like I can't go out and cop a Maserati right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So like I keep myself and. Also, every time I hit a lick, I have a kid. So it's like literally every time we glow up.
What kind of Black Mirror birth control is that? Like who wants to live like that?
Every time when we went from Complex,
it's true.
To
If
MTV,
you can. I don't keep track of like what network we on. I keep track of his kids.
Yeah, like yo.
I was like, all right, we were making $33,000 a year for that kid.
Baby number 3. Okay, that was when it really changed.
Yeah. Baby number 4, the final baby, the final chapter is now we out here. We glowed up fully.
The final chapter.
Self-actualization.
It's at this point in our relationship, we're like a married couple that just keeps having kids accidentally. Like he'll come to me, I'll be like, fuck, for real. Like he don't even gotta tell me. I can see it in his face. I'm like, damn it.
It's like a grind harder now.
Like, come on, man.
You put it on my plate too. It's not you selfish motherfucker.
We used to not be able to tour because they had so many kids. Now we have no choice but to tour. We have to tour. We do 380 shows next year. I don't even know how that's physically possible.
Doing 20 shows a day.
You gotta double up, man. That's funny as shit. But like, so as you making that transition, what have you noticed as far as like the people that were in your life or aren't in your life anymore? Because that's huge. With what people don't understand is like when you start getting money, or even when you start having the perception of getting money, people are like, oh, money changes you. It really doesn't, man. What it does, it reveals who you are, number one, and number two, it reveals who everybody else is around you. And that's one thing that our people, when we come into any kind of circumstance like that, is they don't understand that aspect of it. And then there's all this other pressure for community relief.
Yeah.
Like, what have you done for the hood?
I mean, I still go back to the hood and stand in front of the bodega with my shirt off.
No,
Community outreach. You know what I'm saying? I bought 2 kids at the store. No bullshit. I bought 2 kids in the store yesterday. They came and they put like their little chips and candies or whatever on the counter.
Right.
And I was in there buying backwoods, and I was just like, yo, I got that. Like, I got that. And it was like $7 worth of junk food and shit.
Right.
And they was like, yo, good looking. And I was just like, yeah.
You just helped with obesity.
I mean,
in the Bronx.
like,
you know what I mean?
You are a monster.
I mean, it's a food desert, bro.
You should have gave them some grapes or something.
Kale.
That's a real thing in a food desert. My sister, she's a teacher. She got her master's in Africana studies, so she's an activist. She lives in Atlanta, and she did her thesis on food deserts.
Yeah, that shit is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
The thing in the Bronx, we actually have one of the few places we have food deserts that overlap with subway deserts, which are basically parts of the Bronx that are too far away from the subway to actually be considered accessible by public transportation.
Really?
So now you don't have access to regular food, and you don't have access to regular transportation. Those people have to usually take 2 or more buses to get to the subway before they even get to work. Yeah. So that's a majority of the Bronx is set up in locations like that.
That's the interesting thing about New York right now is like I'm as a tourist, every time I come, because I love the energy. I couldn't live here because everybody on top of each other, but I could spend like 2-3 months here. And just,
Like, you could live like in Scarsdale and shit. Ain't nobody up there.
That's not New York. That's not New York. You good? That's not New York. Scarsdale's where you go when you have kids in New York, and you're like, I want a little more space for my kids.
Yeah.
So you go to Scarsdale. I want a yard. I want a dog. And then all of a sudden, but you're like, you know what? We're close to the city. We're gonna go to the city every weekend.
Yeah.
And then every other weekend, you're like, it's too far away. And then like a month from now, it becomes a big thing to go to what they call the city.
Yeah.
And you start partying in Scarsdale, and you meet your best married friend. You guys do it up at TGI Fridays, and you never go back into the city. Don't move to Scarsdale. You're living off the Metro North. Don't you never come back.
That was my one stipulation to moving to Jersey. It's like, it needs to be less than 20 minutes from Dykeman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get in the car. I'm on Dykeman eating fried
Nothing
pig
to do with the school zone, the school board for the kids.
Forget that.
He's like, how close is the nearest hookah?
Yeah, that's it.
That's actually putting in Zillow. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like hookah zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, crime, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Hookah zone.
Your own hookah now, though, huh?
Bruh, like it's special. It's special. Like,
so, like as a tourist coming to New York, like you fall for the prestige. Like I want to go to Harlem, I want to go to Brooklyn, I want to. But the funny thing about it is what made those boroughs prestigious is now getting gentrified.
Yeah.
As a New Yorker, how do y'all feel about that? Because I'm not sure. I've never been to the Bronx, but as a New Yorker, like Harlem's definitely you can see that.
Oh yeah.
Brooklyn's
for
like
sure.
that.
100%.
What else is there's 5 of them, right?
Yeah, Queens. Queens is like
Queens?
Queens. Not so much. Queens is starting to get. You know what it is? It's all. I feel like it's all based on accessibility. And since the Bronx, like you were saying, is so inaccessible by a subway, like people from like Minnesota are shook to move out to like, White Plains Road or like somewhere that's like, I can't just walk to the train. Like I
but
can't
the
just come
part
out
of
my
the
house.
Bronx that is
I mean?
becoming gentrified when you'll know it because you'll turn a corner, you're like, holy shit, am I in Williamsburg?
Right.
I was walking. It used to be called Hunts Point. And then it was South Bronx. South Bronx is too grimy. You hear South Bronx, you think burned out cars and everything. Then they started
KRS-One, man.
Then they started calling it Sobro, which looks
No.
great on like real estate drop down applications.
Right.
But even that, you're just like, Sobro, that sounds a little made up. Now they call it Port Morris.
They changed the whole.
They changed a whole subsection of the South Bronx. They call it Port Morris. There's a piano factory. They have like art galleries and stuff there. And rent down there is bananas.
Right.
I think they want $2,500 for a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
In the Bronx? Are you out your
I
mind?
be paying.
And the thing is, they're like getting early now. Because I'm looking at that and you look, you're bugging. That's way too much for an apartment. But that's like looking at an apartment in Williamsburg 10 years ago.
Right.
So you're like, if I pay this extra now, is it gonna, if I buy property here? So now it's
So
weird.
Where are the people moving to? Because anytime you have gentrification, they settle somewhere. Where are they settling?
They're getting pushed out in New York. They're going to like US, like the Poconos, Allerton, Pennsylvania. They're leaving. You can't afford to live in New York.
Leaving the city.
They're leaving the city.
The funny parts of Connecticut, like Waterbury and shit like that.
Right.
Like a lot of my family moved to Jersey, like right over the bridge, like Ridgefield area, like that. Whatever. My grandmother was on Section 8 and was living in a nice little spot in Ridgefield Park or whatever. So it's like, because the rent hikes uptown and the Heights and shit were getting crazy. So like she basically got, you know what I mean, essentially booted out of her apartment.
That's
you know
how
what
it
I mean?
happens. Yeah.
And ended up, you know what I'm saying, in Jersey. So like in the surrounding areas, you know what I mean? But again, it's like inaccessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you don't got a whip, how the fuck you get into your job as a maintenance man in Brooklyn from the Poconos? You know what I mean? You waking up at 4 in the morning. Like I got my man just moved out to Monroe upstate and he works sanitation. My man is up at 4 in the morning.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like
He's
he's up at 4 in the morning to get to
That
work.
shit is really changing the economy here then.
Yeah, man. It's wild, and it's like there were parts of the Bronx that were like the nicer parts of the Bronx, and like the people that are getting pushed out of like the South Bronx are moving to those parts of the Bronx.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but there's only so much room to go around in the Bronx. So it's like eventually they're trying to push everybody
Weed
out. But
everybody out.
Yeah.
like he said, like there's so much, and the Cross Bronx is like the creation of the Cross Bronx like changed the whole map of how the Bronx was. You know what I mean? Like it made it even more inaccessible if you don't have a whip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Bronx is like a wild experiment, B, because it's like really like the final frontier of like gentrification. Because like the parts that they are trying to gentrify, Port Morris and all that stuff is like used to be the wildest hoods. Like 137 over there by St. Anne's, like Millbrook Projects, Mitchell Projects. Shout out to all the, you know what I'm saying, the P's out there.
But what's crazy is like the P's out there. What's crazy is that those neighborhoods that they're trying to gentrify is what gives New York its prestige. In my opinion.
Definitely.
It might be just because I'm black, but that's what drew me to the city initially is that culture. So that culture's gone. So what is that like seeing the culture kind of decimate?
The thing about New York is you have to always remember New York is like a living, breathing thing. And to be a New Yorker is not really you live in New York. It's just you're blessed to exist inside New York for a little bit. So New York is never yours.
Right.
And of the fact that you just stay in New York. You watch and you experience New York. New York is say you're born here, the New York you see at the end of the day is not the New York that you saw at the beginning.
Was it like that with y'all's parents' generation?
Oh, yeah. Because my parents are first generation. And I remember when my parents moved here, it was like in the early 80s when the Bronx was burning. There was like all these arson fires, multiple, like half the Bronx burned down.
Right.
But from that, they built new houses and things like that. And I just remember all the pictures my parents would have of like Manhattan and all these iconic skyscrapers. And like my father used to work by the World Trade Center. Right. So he saw the World Trade Center come down. That was like one of the only times I've ever seen my father cry. Because he was like, that building meant so much to him when he came here from Jamaica. And like he used to eat lunch in front of it. And he was just like, this is New York. New York is just always going to change. Things that you love in New York are one day going to be gone. And like a great idea of that is there used to be a Papayas hot dog stand on West 8th Street. Iconic. They had it in Sex and the City. People used to rap about it right around the corner with Fat Beats, and that's where all the underground rappers used to go. If you had told me one day that would be a juice bar, I would be like, get the fuck out. That was like turning the Statue of Liberty into the Starbucks, but it's a juice bar now.
That's crazy.
And that block used to be the culture of like Lower Manhattan. It used to have like all these vintage stores and stuff. Now that block is so gentrified now, and it's like a hotel there and a juice bar and like a hat store, and it's like no one hangs out there. You used to go there, kick it to shorties in the summer. If you had like a motorcycle, you go there, take your shirt off and flex and flirt with the girls. And all that's gone now, and it's just sad because when stuff like that leaves a certain section of New York, it doesn't show up anywhere else.
So
it's
like so like Rucker Park, like that was like I used to like Skip to My Lou, Alley Mo. Like I grew up loving these cats. Like there's no more Rucker Park?
No, it's still there. It's still there. They still have the what do you call it? The tournaments. Yeah, that's still there. But you have to have like a corporate backer to make sure that happens now.
Right.
Like, it's different.
That's gentrified too.
Yeah, and then a corporate backer is gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to do this or say that or curse. Like things change.
It don't have the
man.
prestige it did then.
Yeah, like it used to be Fat Joe come through with rappers and like
it was everybody.
That was the prestige of it because it was like it was not a promotional thing.
We used to go to the stunt.
Yeah, we just love it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's still there, but it's changed a little because, like, I think it used to be more like drug dealers back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like athletes and other athletes.
That was way more pros. Like before, it was like street ball dudes, like you were saying, like Skip to My Lou dudes, like that. Now, like Kevin Durant is pulling up at the Rucker. You know what I mean? And like shooting 18 threes, like and that type of shit. Like, so the vibe is a little bit different, but it's like the essence is like a little more commercialized or whatever.
Yeah.
But just talking about all this shit, I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, like a lot of this shit is in Manhattan, but then I'm thinking about certain areas of the Bronx, like, yo, shout out to Kingsbridge, shout out to Castle Hill. Like, those areas, like, I've been going to those spots for 15 years, you know what I'm saying? And they're still the same. So I'm like, I'm just, like, that's him saying, like, yo, you're just blessed to be here and, like, you got to watch it evolve. Like, I'm just waiting for the day that, like, I remember when they closed Sizzler on Tremont and Castle Hill, I was like, bruh, what? I was like, bruh, that was like the fancy place. Yo, because I'm first generation. Like my parents, you know what I'm saying? When my parents came here in the 70s, be like in the middle of like cocaine epidemic, like you know what I mean? Like when motherfuckers Dominicans was uptown like inventing crack. You know what I mean? Like, and my pops was out here, my uncles or whatever, and then they brought my moms over and everybody else. And like I was uptown first, and then moved like further into the Bronx. And just like those hoods now, like up Washington Heights, like Dykeman area like that, it's crazy because it's like it's still very because Dominicans get in somewhere and dig their claws into that shit. Like we ain't letting go of this shit. But then at the same time, you got Megan in 3F upstairs that's calling
Megan.
It's calling 311 because you playing bachata at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know what I mean. So it's a little different, but it's like there's still pockets of like that purity. You know what I mean? Like I could go to 174 in Walton right now and it's still the same 174 in Walton that it was in 1997.
And that shit it's crazy seeing your home. I mean, kind of taking
switch up
from you because I mean this just it was a part of y'all. It's it's why you are who you are.
Yeah,
that
for
culture
sure.
and that culture is kind of going away. It's like it'll be interesting to see in like 20 years what New York looks like. Like if
Disneyland for like Russian
that's
people.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like people just come here for like this is the monument of where KRS-One started hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, like
this is the big pun mural and shit. There's like there's like a
They'll probably have
velvet rope
that,
around it
if
and
they
shit.
keep that shit,
They're gonna have like a fence around Manhattan. If you're poor, you gotta leave at 6 p.m. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be like the road and shit.
you gotta put a computer chip in again.
Be like, yo, I'm going to work.
Bloop. Oh man, so y'all, I don't know how to explain this to people that don't know it, but maybe y'all, because this is how you got your rise. What is Black Twitter? Because
Black Twitter.
to explain Black Twitter to like a white person that's really interested, it's like it comes off a little insensitive. But
Right.
I don't know how to explain Black Twitter to people that.
You want to know what Black Twitter is? Black Twitter is the lifeblood and energy of Twitter. Black Twitter is where creatives go daily to steal ideas, to take away memes and steal our vernacular and use the processes that people of color have come up with on social media and using it in ad campaigns and not give us any money or any attribution for it.
It's like Shorty that invented on Fleek. Like she probably has
She made that. She just made like a throwaway Vine. Fast forward 2 years later, JetBlue is tweeting our planes are on fleek.
You know what I mean?
Cut the girl a check. Black Twitter is just like, you know what it was? It's a more insular part of Twitter because to be black online is an experience. To be black in itself is an experience. To be black online, especially online where the majority of people are white.
All right.
That experience in the early days of Twitter in 2009, 2010. You would tweet and it was like your race didn't really matter, but there was just certain things you were like, oh, okay, you put raisins in your potato salad? All right, I'm gonna be over here. You know what I'm saying? So you hung with people with a similar cultural background.
Right.
I think it was mostly like Black Twitter communicated with memes and jokes. And I remember we would watch To Catch a Predator, the reruns on MSNBC at 11 p.m. and we'd live tweet it. And it was
and that's what made
Shut the crazy Trini.
Yeah, and it was such a insular thing that you knew people, like people on Black Twitter, you know them by name. You know them like just their name as if they're a real person.
That's how I found both of y'all. Was just like I don't even like I say it's not a place. Like,
it's not a place. There's no app. There's no gateway. There's no magic portal that you gotta wait for the sun to hit a mirror to open.
But it's just a certain certain way to move.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because if you look at today's world and how brands, any brand, market to the general public at large, they use our vernacular.
Oh, they love
100%.
it.
They talk about cultural appropriation. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But it's funny to see that shift. And like if you watch commercials from the 90s, they were super like
Stiff and white.
My buddy ass. Like two wedges like my buddy and me.
Get
Like
these
two wedges like
Doritos.
big-
Yeah, Baja Blast. 2-2.
Exactly.
Extreme.
And if you look at everything now, it's
Yo, what's up, homeboy? You gonna buy some life insurance, my nigga?
This life insurance is lit, my nigga. You need to cop.
Yo, mutual gang. You know what I'm saying? We got
Nah, man.
colostomy bags.
I know policies sound like police, but it's different. Trust me.
We ride the 5 over here. Prudential.
Like what?
You're like,
Why is Peyton Manning saying this?
and it's over like a trap beat. I'm saying, like what?
Fuck.
It's like Future's like, does
man.
your baby have life insurance?
have you seen
Does your baby?
have you seen that it just came out recently, that NBA commercial with those two dudes. I don't want to call it rapping, but I think that's what
They got the sweaters on and
oh
stuff?
My
Yeah.
God. Oh my fucking
You know what
God.
it is? Like it's gone from like, yo, do you people like hip? I heard it was a marketing meeting and someone was like, yo, people like hip hop. To now it's like, we need rap. We need just any rap. Any rap. Your boyfriend raps, have him rap.
Your boyfriend has having rap.
Just have him rap. They don't know what good rap is, bad. They're just like,
Yeah.
have anyone rapping.
Let's
it's
bring up
interesting-
Jared from IT and shit.
Because like we've always tell this, and like I'm not a racist person. I'm a bit prejudiced, but like I said, I always say I think it's healthy to have a little bit of prejudice in you. But like I'm not a racist person. But if you look back in history, like we have always been pop culture.
Yeah.
of
If
course.
you look, like rock and roll came from
black people.
Yeah, they came and they stole that style. But if you look back in history, we have always driven pop culture. And if you look at it now, it's that same thing. But now it's a weird place because they've kind of like snuck into the backyard where we have our barbecue.
Yeah.
Right there, taking notes and shit.
They're taking that.
All right.
There was this one GIF that I saw. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen on Black Twitter. One of them. And it was David Robinson. He was sitting down at a basketball game, and then this white lady just like slowly pops up right in front of him.
Yeah.
And somebody said like anytime Black Twitter gets anything.
Oh yeah.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro.
But as being like y'all was one of like the originators. Like y'all, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like y'all were one of the first people to gain a following, like, and to they even came out with like Black Twitter rankings and shit. And like, that was one of the first like times you've seen it like prevalent. Like,
yeah,
so
I remember someone said online,
like,
they were like, if we had been white, there would have been a movie about us already because of the way we rose on Twitter.
Right.
But it was just like, it wasn't, because you see
man.
people with a lot
Real
of,
talk, man.
yeah, you see a lot of people with like, because you got people who buy followers and stuff, and you'll see someone that have like 25,000 followers and the tweet will get like 3 replies. But our thing was always organic. It was like word of mouth. It was like, yo, this person's funny, or like do retweets and things like that. So, and that's all because of Black Twitter. Black Twitter always. And that was also the thing, when Black Twitter has too much fun, then you get nervous because you're like, damn, BuzzFeed's about to make an article about this, or somebody is gonna end up like some white person is going to like tweet this and like ruin it. Or
so what has your experience been like on Twitter post fame?
It's not the same. It's not the same. You gotta be very careful. It's not. Back in the day, you could say whatever you want on Twitter.
You could 2010 Twitter, bro.
Right.
Bro, you could say whatever.
Wow,
It was wild.
It was just funny because like there's a shift, right? There's a shift. So like athletes, like when I was in the league earlier on, and like when I was really like rocking, it was rare to see an athlete say what they feel, right?
Right.
So like I feel like I was one of the first to start like cussing.
Yeah.
That like we kind of broke that mold, myself, Marshawn Lynch, all of us, and then now it's free for all. They don't care.
Everybody
anymore. They don't care anymore. But so that shift now, and like what is that shift now? Now you kind of have to watch it.
You gotta watch yourself.
There's dollars involved.
It's dollars involved. There's sponsors involved. Like you'll tweet something, and 30 seconds later, your phone will light up, and someone will be like, "Take that down."
Like that. You wild.
Like that kind of thing, or like you'll like chain reaction. You'll see someone email you like, "Yo, that tweet, could you just take it out?" And then you scroll down in the email, and it's like an email chain for the last 10 minutes that's gone through like 7 people. It's just like, and it was just some drunken tweet I just had like in a bar or something.
But it's insane that they're trying to like censor that, because that's how you
what
got
they bought
found.
in.
That's how
And that always bugs me out, because it's like, yo, y'all bought us in for this particular voice, and every fucking meeting we ever had, the word authenticity comes up 28,000 times. Like it's like Trump giving a speech and he's like collusion. He says the word collusion 80 times. We would be in every pitch meeting and it would be like the authenticity, just the authenticity of your guys' voices is just amazing.
Right.
Just how authentic you guys are. I mean, like it's hilarious, really clever, high level, highbrow stuff, but just the authenticity of it.
And just take
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yo,
like,
and it's
cool,
just like,
bet.
it's like they have weak arms, but they bought a Desert Eagle. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do. They get us, and it's just like, they're so nervous. We've seen, not to put any brands on blast, but we've just seen them, and they have to have people there just pacing, like, what are they going to say?
What are they going to say?
And I'm like, we're going to say some wild shit.
Like,
that's how you found us. That's what you signed up for.
You knew
but that's also what the
when you
fans
signed
want.
up.
And then if you want to start self-censoring, the fans are going to know.
Yeah.
Like, if all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, why don't you suck my Johnson, like, that's not. People gonna know that, but
from the back porch.
Yeah, but I shout out to these brands, because it's a hard line to balance, because you have the creative side, which you'd love to let us run free, but on the other side you got like stockholders and you got like spreadsheets and bottom lines and stuff. So I feel.
So what's that balancing act like though?
You know what the good thing is? We've been able to be self-sufficient to the point where we're not beholden to but so many people.
Right.
So we're able to do whatever we want. That's why we can still do the podcast, because if we had like a corporate sponsor for that podcast would be over.
Man,
like,
your intro would definitely be cutting.
Oh, the intro, the intro would be.
Stop adding names, goddammit. It's 15 minutes long.
What's the return of investment on? Come on.
This is incredible.
But yeah, so there's that, and shout out to Viceland. They generally let us cook.
Right. So how did that relationship with Viceland? Because it's like to see two cats from Twitter, man, just tweeting their thoughts out, getting jokes off, to landing a legit show, going in, and you re-up for season 2.
Yeah.
On Viceland, like how did that relationship get facilitated?
I mean, yo, first and foremost, shout out to Victor. You know what I'm saying? Because he basically navigated.
Who's Victor for the people that don't?
Victor's the young Bruno Mars, the manager, the brain.
Like
AKA young coconut oil in the hair, you know what I'm saying? Young curl.
When you see his 4C curls, you see us. You know what I'm saying?
He basically put us on a path that was like, yo, y'all are not gonna get locked into like some wild deal anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I see the vision and the shit is going to expand and it's going to hit multiple platforms. So I'm not going to lock you in for 8 years at like, you know, a Viacom or whatever, you know, random company or like, you know what I'm saying? So it started there and then it just was like, bro, like the world was our oyster. You know what I mean? Because we realized that people really wanted what we brought to the table.
Oh, it's extreme.
You know what I mean? And once you realize that,
authentic.
yeah, you know, it's so authentic. And once you realize that, it's like, I think Kenya Barris came on the show and was just like, yo, you know what I mean? Keep popping until you can say no to shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the level we're at now, where it's just like we could be like, nah, we ain't trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not feeling that. Or
also,
like
shout out to our homeboy Nick Weidenfeld and Spike Jones, who were at Viceland. They knew of us in the podcast, and they've always fucked with us heavy. They've
So
been big
your
fans.
podcast was first.
You know, we had our first podcast was Desus versus Mero. Shout out to Complex. We did that there. It was audio for 8 episodes, and then they pivoted to video, as is common at the time.
I just have to say, I was one of the first subscribers of that shit.
Yeah.
And this is what blew me when I knew it was something special was like, all right, like you can have funny things to say, like, but the consistency of how funny you dudes are, it's insane to me. Like I mean, you guys shoot off the hip. Like I remember when I first went up to Viceland to go on the show for the first time, and I sat down because I didn't know anything about the show, like the production wise behind it. And I sat down and I was talking to somebody on the team, and I was like, do they is there any scripts or anything? And there's like, nah, they just fire off the hip. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's just off the head.
Yeah,
that's insane talent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy because it's like. We talk about this shit all the time. It's like, yo, like, you're an exceptional football player. LeBron is an exceptional, you know what I'm saying, basketball player. It's like, you wake up in the morning and you have this talent, but it's like, it's not, you know, it doesn't register with you because it's like a natural thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
walking around here like, oh, y'all can't do this?
Oh, word?
Like, we literally would be in rooms with other comedians, and I forgot, it was out in L.A., and they had given us like a book to study the night before and write down jokes and stuff. We got the book, we got back to the hotel room, and we threw the book down and started rolling up L's and smoked the whole night. I did not crack the book at all.
Right. Had niggas hitting us up like, yo, y'all want to sit down and write jokes?
Like, hell no, nigga. You want to write jokes? You want to light this up?
Like, what?
So then we get on set the next day, and people, like, one comedian was panicking because he had worked all night, had all these jokes, had like post-it notes sticking out the stuff. Like, me and Mero was there, blurry, whatever.
You know what
They throw us in a circle. Boy, shoot layups.
Yeah.
Layups. And I mean jokes that there are people just like looking at us like, no, you had to have written that down. And it's not even like yakety schmackety Jesus.
Yeah.
Yakety smackety. It's like yakety smackety, yakety back and forth, like through the legs
like
off the head, like
synergy between y'all. And I remember this is when I was like, this is different. When y'all said something, you were talking about, I think Sheriff Clark and Stephen A. Smith were talking to each other, and then I was like, he said, you ignore black on black crime, no, you ignore it more, no, you, and you guys, but you played off each other, and it was not rehearsed, and I'm like, how the fuck does that even happen?
It just happened. And you know what? Like sometimes, you know, it happens so often. It's like okay. But every now and then it'll happen, and we just look at each other like, yo,
that was lit.
Like
I was made for this.
This was
so as a hardworking individual, it's like I had to bust my ass to get to where I was. Right. So you see cats in the league who, if you look at that analogy, they're like that, right? So they could just step on the field. They don't have to stretch. They didn't have to work out at 5 a.m. like me. I had to bust my ass to stay in any kind of shape. Some cats just was born with that. Yeah. But you would see after a while, if they didn't work at their craft, they would eventually fall off. Right. So what is the comparison to that in comedy?
Like the training aspect?
Well, I'm saying because I'm friends with a lot of comedians, right? And they talk about the grind and that process they have to go through of writing jokes and going through stuff that does work and going through stuff that doesn't work. When you guys are sitting here just Sammy Sam firing off the hip.
You know what's crazy? Like basically, because it looks like you know we rehearse for the show. The show is just rehearsal for the next episode. Like you're just watching us practice. Like whatever we do it on Monday. Whatever didn't work on Monday, try it again Tuesday. Try it again Wednesday. Try it again Thursday. Do it again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. We're just out there, just trying it, the grind, because we don't have any writers to fall back on, and that's kind of the gift and the curse. Yeah. Say he wakes up in the mood.
They gotta pay you more then.
Yeah, say that again, please. Because I mean, if you're not paying for a writer's room, where's that money going? But it's like if he wakes up in a bad mood, and like say I'm going through something in my life, guess what? we still got to get on that chair, smile, and yakety smackety, and make it happen.
Right.
And it's just like days like that are the days where you have to bring it from a little extra. You got to pull from a deeper place.
So is it like, because I'm a writer, man. I make music and I've done it since I was 12 years old. So like if you look at my notes, I just have like hundreds and hundreds of like whatever it be, bars or poems or just writing. I get shit off my chest. If I look at your notes, is there jokes?
No.
Like if you walk, nothing.
What?
So
No,
like, you don't
there's no notes.
There's no. I just told
There's
you.
literally no notes. We used to actually, when we used to do the podcast, we used to do a run the show, and it would be 6 lines, and it'd be like Trump hair or Antifa. There's one-liners like that.
So I can shoot off any subject, and y'all got jokes.
Let's go right now.
We gonna do this?
Let's do this.
Right,
Hold on, let me get a little water. Let's go.
All right, let's go with no.
He's like, hold on.
I was about to get real. Fuck my sponsors up.
Oh shit! Don't fuck up the money. Don't ever fuck up the money.
The funniest shit is I think you killed me one time on Twitter. This is before we met, but I was still following you. I had a turtleneck on with a jacket on, like a little golf hat. I was fresh, and you flamed me.
Word?
You flamed me.
Damn,
dog.
I'm looking back at some of my old tweets. I was like, damn, I was, because you know what? I was broke. And I had a job I hated at the time, so I was like, I'm gonna get these tweets. Like, if someone was having too much fun on Twitter, like a famous person, I'm like, fuck
out of here.
I just drank Vienna sausage water for dinner. How
rich.
dare you be out here enjoying your life?
You know what I'm saying? You rich.
I ain't been to a dentist in 5 years. My teeth hurt.
That's a fact, bro. That's how I became friends with Wale, and that's how he kind of came into the circle. Because like I wrote a tweet about him. I was like, Wale looks like Whoopi Goldberg found the fountain of youth at a Japanese denim store. What? And he saw that and was like, bruh. And he's like, people always say like he's notoriously sensitive on Twitter or whatever, but he was like, yo, he DM'd me, he was like, nigga, that shit was funny as fuck. He's like, yo, my album releases next week, come through. And at the time, I'm like, what? Like, bro, like I work at a school, like, fam, I got to shape up monthly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yo, the amount of people that come on our show and like I have to put them aside, like, yo, you think you can unblock me on Twitter?
I know you see the episode where Amanda Seals was trying to put me under pressure and be like, yo, remember that shit you tweeted back in like 2012?
Like every now and then we'll have a guest and I'll just search Jesus Nice and their name and I'm like, just cross my fingers like, please. No, please. Or like the celebrity book is like, oh, my guest would love to be on your show. And I look at the guest is like in maybe 2011, like if I ever in the same room with you, I'm gonna cut your face open, you little. And I'm like, okay, you know, we're gonna do a hold on him. Maybe we'll have him in the second quarter.
Hilarious, man.
But yeah, no, it was like he's definitely right, man. It was like we were both in like kind of like whack situations that were like. I wouldn't necessarily say my career was a dead end career, but it was just like
they were kind of dead. They were just like
getting burnt out.
We had like peaked for Bronx people.
Yeah,
like we were gonna get our good little $45,000 a year job,
right.
And it wasn't gonna get no better than that. You know, I'm just we're really happy to have 4 weeks off and go on like a cruise ship or something. And, you know, that's the existence we was going on.
I was working at the school and I was just hyped that I didn't have to take a piss test and I got the summers off. And that was it. I was like, yo, mama, we made it. I was like, I got insurance. I was like, yeah.
I was working.
That's a big move for
I was
adult,
working for Black Enterprise Magazine. Shout out to them. And I remember I hated that job. I hated that job so much. And I remember this older black guy was like, I used to be like you. I come in every day, chip on my shoulder. It's not so bad. If you just humble yourself, keep your nose down and work, it's not so bad. And I was like, how long you been
Fuck you,
here?
old man.
He was like, he said, I've been here 12 years. I was like, fuck you. I am not doing this shit.
No way.
I was like, no, I just got written up for wearing Tim's to work. I was like, nah.
And I'm not taking them off.
This ain't me. I'm an artist.
Listen, man.
As I'm leaving, I'm like, I'm going to have a TV show too. Watch. And a podcast. How you feel?
Who's
I'll be on
coming with
Arian
me?
Foster's. I'm going to be on Arian Foster's podcast. Who's coming with me? They're like, what's a podcast? What is that?
So what was the first thing that? Because how long y'all been friends? Cool, that's long enough. Yeah. So, like, what was the first thing that y'all made money on with the platform? Like you have the platform now. Like, what was the first thing you were like, where you looked at each other in that movie, like, dun, dun, we can do this with the light bulbs? Like, when?
Like
what
money,
first?
or like just getting like Bronx money?
Anything? No. What was the first thing that y'all was like, yo, like maybe we could do this?
You know what? It was Desus and Mero, but even then it was just like, this could be something.
This could be something.
But I think it was we had just started doing Desus versus Mero, and we shout out to A-Track. It was Fool's Gold's Day Off.
Oh, right, yeah.
That big concert in Brooklyn.
2014, French Montana headline.
A-Track, we called it. We was like, yo, let's, can we host it?
Man.
No experience hosting a concert.
Just hopped in the niggas' DMs like, yo,
can we host it? And he was like, he's
Okay.
like, you guys are funny. Okay.
All right.
Our stupid, we're like, we gonna be on stage with French Montana, blah, blah. That concert is like 6 hours, 8 hours long. We had to host it. We're out in like 100-degree weather doing jokes. I remember one joke. I was like,
doing
it was hotter.
this movie, man.
I was like,
We're
yo.
doing this movie.
But I remember it was just like when we first got there was a couple of people in front of the stage.
Right.
By the time the locks came out, it was nighttime. You couldn't even see the back of the crowd. Any word we said, the crowd, like, we was like coming out the locks. It was like, yo! And we was
pass that weed to the front. Motherfuckers are passing blunts to the stage.
Crowd
and shit.
surfing this shit. People were like, Desus, Mero. And at the end of the concert, after all French Montana leaves, shout out to, what's his name, Bobby Schmurder leaves, everybody.
Yep.
There's mad people in the front of the stage like, yo, waiting for us. And we're like,
yo.
we're like, yo,
We're just
what the
here,
fuck?
bro.
I was like, bro, I've literally borrowed my mom's RAV4 to pick him up and go down.
We had to borrow a car to get there.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
the fucked up thing was, I told my boy, I was like, yo, fam, I'm hosting Fool's Gold. Come with me. We going to Brooklyn. We going to be out. I got you whatever you want. And your man did not pick up the phone that day.
Oof.
He left me high and dry. And to this day, I have no idea what his beef was. And he saw me that night. And he was like, how was your little thing?
Yo, he hit you with the
And I had to cut it back.
He hit you the
Dude, that's something when you ask about how people change, you start seeing people, people a little envious about this.
Y'all not cool now?
Nah, we don't, like, we see each other and it's like, you know how like you see people you used to be cool with and their smiles make you a little nervous because it's not a genuine smile. You know what their genuine smile looks like,
Handshake
and this is
ain't
not
matching the smile.
Yeah, shit's your energy's
They
different.
give you the scarf hands.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Combat Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But yeah, and that moment, I was like, yo, me and this guy, if he would stop having babies, we could possibly do something one day.
He hasn't held up his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
I'm done.
At this point, we're in autopilot. He could keep doing babies.
I'm done.
You would think he would like go into like doing baby shows or something since he got so many of them.
Be on,
He don't even have to be in it. You could just do like Animal Planet, just wild babies. Just put GoPros in every room and just watch the babies.
Niggas running around just knocking shit over because they wild. But I had a girl, I had a daughter, so I'm like, I'm done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just having boys. I was like, I want a daughter. I want.
You must
the
have been
final
a
chapter.
good dude before, because I think every piece of shit dude has a daughter first.
First,
I had a daughter first. Straight
you good,
karma,
you good guy.
straight karma
Wow.
popped out. No, I was an asshole, man. I'm good now. Man.
You're a better
I've
person.
changed my life.
You've grown.
I've grown.
Listen, God's
man.
working on all of us.
I hear you, man.
At the end of the day, you just gotta be a better person than you were the day before.
Man, so when did you guys organize? Like, so you got off the stage after you was high off the French Montana blunt, and like when did you get together? Like was there ever serious? Because I don't ever see you niggas serious. So like was there a serious conversation? Like, yo, like let's move on this. Like, we got to do something.
Well, we knew, and with Victor, and shout out Christina.
So
and
Victor was y'all's boy before all
yeah,
this. Okay.
from the beginning. Like, he made us get together because at one point, like, I remember I was standing on the street because we were doing Desus and Mero, and I had went into that without agent.
Right.
So I just signed, like, and it was like a stupid contract from Complex, like boilerprint from Staples. But they were like, yo, we're about to do real negotiations. You need an agent. And I'm like, I could do this myself. I know how to read, whatever. What's the word? And I was like, if the contract's bad, I'll just walk away. And Victor was like, no, that's not how contracts work or whatever. And I remember I literally Googled, where do I get an agent? Which apparently is not how you find an agent. You can't just go on Angie's list to get an agent.
Nah, bro.
But
Yo, some cat came up to me. I was playing because I like to play ball just to stay, because I don't like running just to run. So I play ball just to stay in shape now. And some cat came up to me, waited till I was finished with the game. We played 2 games back to back, and he waited till I was finished with the last one. And this thing came up to me. He was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get in the NFL." I was like,
Okay.
I was like, "How old are you, man?" He's like, "I'm 23." I was like,
Slow.
He's like, how do you get an agent? I'm like, man.
damn, bro.
I try not to ruin people's dreams, and I was like, but bro, you got .00001 chance.
But you know what
that
it is,
shit
though?
happening.
What bugs me out about that whole situation is that you hear about, like, they're always highlighting these dudes that are like, he was a walk-on in an open practice, and you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how often does that happen?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. But you know, that's the American dream. The whole, like, it's the same reason why poor people vote for like Trump and stuff, because they think, hey, one day I'm gonna be rich too.
Oh, he's gonna hold me down.
So you
No,
know, let me
politics.
be aspirational.
Yeah, politics is super predicated off of that hope and that American dream. And then you look up and you 40 with a janitor telling Jesus, you're gonna be this too.
Yo, you be this way. Don't worry. Like, whoa. Yeah, we get that a lot. People are just like, yo, I mean, I got a podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
How do I do it?
How do I do it? And I'm
Man.
just like, fam, not for nothing. That's a little disrespectful because you got a podcast. We've been doing this.
Yeah.
Like, we were out the other day we took money out of our own pocket to rent a studio to drop the podcast. And what was the temperature outside? It was fucking brick,
like
below brick
20
outside.
below fucking
like,
brick.
and I'm in my head, I'm like, we do not need to be doing this shit. We could be in our houses chilling, but that consistency, that's what the fans come and respect. And it's like, you don't want to, you don't. We took 2 weeks off because of stuff, and it was just like people are just like, yo, where's the podcast? Where's the podcast? And on one level, they're joking like we're at, but at the same time, they've come to expect it. They know that consistency. We see other podcasts and people are just like, yo, that's our one episode for the month. And we're like, yo, we're going to do 4 this month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we
That's
trying to put in the work.
I try to do one every week.
Yeah.
And that when I first got into the game, it was more of like an experiment. And my guy was like, I want you to keep your voice because I feel like you have something to say, yada, yada. So I wanted to do that too. And then it kind of turned into me talking to people and really delving into who I was as a human. And that shit kept me at it. But then 3 or 4 episodes in, I'm like, yo, this is work. Yeah. And like then I started respecting the grind of people who have podcasts that have a stable audience. And then I started looking at branding. I was like, yo, it is a legit
work.
occupation, man.
Yeah,
I always see. I know I can name at least 10 podcasts I know that people I know have, because people always come up to me. They're like, "Oh, you have a podcast? I'm gonna start a podcast."
I'm doing too.
All day,
and I'm just like, "Yo, fam, best of luck, because by the time you reach episode, you put all your heart, your breath, your soul into working into this podcast." And that first episode drops, you be like, yeah, baby. Yeah, about to get this TV show. And you look at the end of the week and you have 5 listens.
12 and a half listens, you're like, oh, shit.
And that's got to do it again. And maybe next week you'll have 13. Maybe next week you'll have 6 listens. You got to stay at it. That's the only way you're going to build that fan base. And people, a lot of people are not built for that. People want that instant gratification.
100%. Everybody try to microwave success, man.
Everybody thinks that, like, yo, these motherfuckers just hopped off Twitter and became megastars. Like, nah, bro. Like, this has been a slow burn for a minute. Like, since before DVM, like,
like 2009.
You know what I mean? Like, even before, like, on message board days. You know what I mean? Like, he was on OK Player. I was on 12 Ounce Profit and, like, on Smash and shit. Like, when Rest in Peace Yams, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking to those dudes before they were who they were.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just, like, watching the parallels of, like, you coming up at the same time as these people is crazy. And it's just, like, motherfuckers been putting in work. Like, it didn't happen from, like, 2014 to now. Like, it's been going on. And, like, the voices have been being honed, you know what I mean, through, like, just life.
That's what I'm saying. That's the other thing I respect about our little journey is that it's taking so much time that you know it's real. Right. It's not. We're not some viral sensation. Right. We're not like running into the Rite Aid, standing on top of the counter and rapping with our shirts off.
Exactly.
You know, like we're not making 4 of those and making like $500 a night at some strip club. No, that's our whole longevity for 3 months. Like, nah,
authenticity.
Yeah.
But I think that's important for people to hear, for y'all fans to hear, for my fans to hear that don't know you. You don't just get TV shows on Viceland. You just don't get a podcast that has a huge fan base. Like, this shit just doesn't happen. I was having a conversation with my family members, and they're kind of in a rut right now where they want to go career wise. And I'm like, yo, are you knocking on doors? Are you trying to bang down a door, just trying to get an internship? Are you willing to take 700 no's before you get one yes? And that yes might be a internship, but at least it's a foot in the door to where you want to be. And I think that's what people from the outside looking in, I always look at that. I always have the argument with people who talk about athletes, all these rich, entitled athletes. I'm like, but they don't look at it like, I've been grinding for this since I was 7 years old.
Yeah,
I play football and I've been wanting, like imagine a doctor that said, I want to be a doctor at 7 years old. Then all of a sudden at age 30, he gets, have his salary for it. And he's like, you look at him like, I respect the shit out of that. He had the wherewithal. He did the right things. He had to do school.
He went to med school, da-da-da.
But they don't look at athletes like that. They look, you was just born with that talent.
You're playing
niggas I grew up with.
Playing a kid's game.
Yeah, exactly. But you know the niggas I grew up with who were more talented than me, more talented than all these cats in there, but like they didn't do the right things. And now they telling Desus he's gonna be here too. What was his name?
I don't even know. And you know the worst part was he used to match his socks to his tie. That was like the highlight of his day. That was like, so now in my head I'm just imagining me with the wild, the fucking George Jefferson hairline, laying out my dress socks for the week. Like, yeah, baby, I got the garter socks with the little belt holding them up. I got my homely, but she's efficient wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to have sex with her, but I have to out of loyalty.
2 times a month.
You know what I'm saying? Twice on her birthday. And I'm just like, look at my socks, baby. She's like, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
I'm gonna kill him with this.
I'm gonna kill her. Black Enterprise ain't gonna know what hit him.
Niggas are on the old white boat cruise once a year and shit.
She counting down for it.
You know what I'm saying?
We got that coin, that thing. It's a bottle you get when you first get married. Every time you have sex, you put a quarter in it.
You know what I'm saying?
And now we're taking quarters out, but the quarters ain't coming out as fast as it's going in.
We're saving up to go to Essence Fest 2025.
Jazz Fest, here it come. I got 2 more payments on my Ankh walking stick.
You know what's funny is that these is jokes and shit, but it is literally the personification that I try to instill in people. I'm like, you don't want to wake up at 40, 50 years old. Like, where the fuck did my life go? Where did my dreams go? And like y'all have manifested that shit, and like you slid into somebody's DM saying, yo, let me host this shit.
Yeah.
Like people don't have that in them. Like, and I'm like, I always tell people like, man, go just go make the jump. Whatever it is, just go.
When we got to MTV, like, because Victor's been
MTV2.
Victor's been.
There's a big distinction.
That was important.
There's a big distinction between MTV and the Deuce.
Yeah, the Deuce.
So don't be getting all Hollywood on me now.
Because like Victor's been involved in the industry or whatever, so he knows how to like move and politic and whatever in that way. But like when we got to MTV, I would just walk in niggas' offices like, yo, what's good? Like I'm not sending no 10 emails to motherfuckers like, bro, your office is right here, the door is open, I'm walking in.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like it's the balance between being like humble but not being a pushover. You know what I mean? Like not being like, okay,
you gotta
yes,
know
sir.
what you bring to the table.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna ask many execs because Mero is, he's the friendly, bubbly one. We have meetings. He's, here's my kids. He's chatty with people. I'm not as loved in meetings. You have never seen me serious. I'm always funny.
You the Dame Dash?
I'm the Kanye.
Okay.
I am the Kanye. People have seen me completely. I yelled at an exec. I was like, where the fuck is my show? I want my show right now because I know I'm capable of doing a show. This is before Desus and Mero. Before we had the show on TV. And that network executive told me to relax. I was not ready to have a TV show, and I almost hooked off on him. Because when you know what you bring to the table,
Bronx.
when you know what you bring to the table, and someone dare, after everything we've been through, and someone's gonna tell you no, like you're this close to your dreams, and someone's like, no, I'm gonna
chill,
fuck the process up.
See, and how often do y'all let this side out?
This side, I mean, thankfully we have enough people that it never gets to that point.
No,
like,
not the hook off type. I'm talking about this side where you're like, yo, I had to fight for this shit. I had to like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? We always been like,
I've never really seen.
We've
it.
been Switzerland, but lately people been taking shots at us and stuff. And you know what?
I
It's
saw
like
that.
you seen that.
Your man's DJ.
Don't even say his name. Don't say that little dude's name.
My fault.
But the thing is, that really
Jay Nietzsche.
that's the thing. That it was so weird to me because it's just like, what do we do? Like nobody doesn't like us.
Right.
We are very happy-go-lucky. Everyone in Diddy loves us.
How did it start? If you don't mind me asking, you know what I mean?
You know what it is? Every now the show is
for people that don't know, real quick. For people that don't know, they have.
We had a little skirmish online.
You have a little viscosity with a man called DJ Academics, who is an online personality who had
the show Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden.
He got mad at us because
how
we talk about everything on our show.
Everything.
Right. Everything that happens in pop culture. It could be politics, it could be sports, it could be music, it could be art, whatever it is. If you are involved in a moment that is a blip on the pop culture radar, we probably gonna talk about this shit.
He got me with the turtleneck.
You know what I'm saying? The shit,
so
and
the shit with the Migos shit, where Migos almost got into a fight with them. There was that viral video clip.
Right.
We make jokes. We did a little segment, did some jokes on him, moved on to the next thing.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's literally it.
So he was tight about that.
He was tight, but
got
it's
all
just
the
weird.
influence.
But see, this is like, and like he was like that were media niggas, Hollywood niggas. This was funny. He didn't wait to pop off. He didn't wait to start the beef with us until he knew his show was getting canceled on Complex.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Then
when
all of a sudden
he
it's
started
like,
flickering shots.
oh, yo.
And now he's keeping his name buzzing. Now he's trending.
So I went and looked because I watched it because I'm Joe Budden, my dude, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I went and I watched the show a couple times, and he has a huge following.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe was one of the first. I always say this about Joe. Like, Joe's smart, B, because Joe's one of the first dudes that was like, yo, there's something here with the internet.
Yeah,
like
he had
with
the
the whole
message
Joe
board
Budden
way
TV,
before all that stuff.
the message board, all that stuff.
Mouse.com, all that.
All that. So he knew, like, yo, this is the future.
Right, and he been putting him mad.
You know what I mean? He was one of the first niggas
on.
on Twitter that was like, yo, this is a rapper on Twitter who will respond to me in an at. You know what I mean? Like, and like he knew what he was doing. Right. So like a lot of the shit that he does, I feel like is strategic. It's not like, yo, I'm trying to actually have beef with this person or I'm trying to do. He just wants to stir up some shit.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying?
And it's part of the game, especially in the media. It's part of the game.
We seen Joe. It's no static with Joe. Joe seen us in turn of the Vice office. We was all chilling. He's asking us how it is at Vice. It's not like
so. Like
we did that quick glance at each other, like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And then, but then when he seen him, he's like, yo, what up? Hey.
That's what's interesting to me about the cat. Because like I was saying, like I not Joe. I'm talking about Buddy.
Yeah.
So like I went and I was like, how does he have this big following? Like, where does this big following come from? Right. And then one time, like that what's that cat name? Oh, Boonk Gang.
Yeah.
So this cat, for people that don't know, this guy named Boonk Gang, and he runs around on Instagram. He has millions of followers, and he just does stupid shit. He'll go in convenience stores and he'll throw shit on the floor. Like in this particular tweet, DJ Academics kind of said what he did. But then I looked at his page and he promotes this shit all the time.
All the time.
And what he did was there was some Mexican cat and he was carrying some plants that he was selling, and the dude snatched the plants from him, threw him on the floor, yelling "Boot Gang," like,
and it ran off.
Stupidish, like cornish, like fight assault that I might have took off on him, like that type of shit.
And like there's one where there was like an African dude selling sunglasses on Fifth Ave, right. And my man just jumped in the air, smashed all the sunglasses.
Insane. Like that's how that man eats.
You know what I'm saying?
And like so DJ Academic, and then I did a little research just because I was curious, like how does this cat have a big following? And so what he does and what he is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what he does and what he is he's like a provocateur. So he'll highlight stupid shit like that because he knows that's what people want to see.
Listen,
and I'm like, anytime you compromise your morality for any kind of notoriety, like you don't deserve either one.
And your people,
like, that's what I'm
first
saying.
and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's putting like Johnny Knoxville putting dynamite in his ass.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all black people.
So it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me if you say, he started
right.
with y'all after the show got canceled.
And the thing is, but the thing about it wasn't so much beef, because then I realized something. Like, we're a different age than him. Yeah. We grew up differently. We had different father.
He like 25.
He's like 25.
So
but you know what it is? Is 20, but 25 from where he's from versus our age and surviving the Bronx.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's just like
I didn't have him.
I always had OG homies. You know, shout out to Taxstone. We had a great episode with the homie Taxstone. We were talking about how important it is to have like a role model in your life, a male role model to teach you how to move and maneuver in situations. Right. Whether it's your father or whether it's like a street dude. Right. There's a certain way as a man you carry yourself and a way you operate. And if you don't give respect, you're not going to get respect. Right. And that's what, it wasn't beef. We were just like, yo, little nigga, like
play
this is, we're giving you rules because you're going to do this with the wrong people one day. Yeah. And they're not going to be friendly TV hosts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're looking out for you. Because there's people that was like, oh, you said this about me? Okay, I'm coming with the burner.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, for what?
Yeah, no, I see, and that's what was killing me about the situation. Because anytime I see black people beefing in the public eye, I always look at that because it's different, man. Because I don't think we should be doing that. But
you see, I extended the olive branch.
You did.
Because the thing is,
shout out to you for knowing that term, olive branch.
The thing is, I saw the energy was so weird on Twitter. Right. The energy, because our people was like ha ha ha, but there were just people just amping it up and like tagging us and shit.
Got a
and
beehive.
People was like, yo,
mentality.
I'm gonna fuck these niggas up, or just like he said this about you, and he's talking about you on Twitch stream, and I'm like, yo, fam, like this is not what we on Twitter to do. We on Twitter to help people pass their time and joke and stuff. We're not here being the bad guys and
he's better than me because I get into Papa Bear mode. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like,
so I'm just like,
I got 4 kids. Them threats is real.
But then I'm just like, yo, fam, it's like my favorite Jay-Z line was about him being in beef with other rappers. He's like, yo, fam, we're not shooting at the same basket. No, we're not shooting at the same rim. We're not in the same gym. We're not in the same league. My nigga, we are not even.
It really is a Jay-Z line.
We are not even on the same levels. So don't compare yourself with me, dog. Right. Like, fam, the day we're beefing with this guy, we were named by Time Out Magazine as New Yorkers of the Year. We're at Jimmy Fallon eating pickles.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Also catch us on Jimmy Fallon the 25th for our third appearance.
Musical guest is Migos.
You know.
Facts. That's why. But that's why I'm so like I always try to tell. But I always tell people, man. I say it all the time. Like, give me my flowers while I'm walking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that. Don't lay them in my coffin. Like, let me know how you feel about me. Fact. And I always try to tell y'all, like, man, I'm happy for like the success, because I know I've seen the other side of where cats just kind of go down their life and they have potential, and then they kind of fizzle out and just accept those circumstances. And y'all have just kind of bullied your way into success.
Yeah,
and that shit is so admirable, man.
You have to, man, because it's like, if you don't, like, motherfuckers ain't nobody in the industry trying to look out for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like, everybody's just worried about their bottom line. Like, yo, how am I going to monetize these niggas? That's every time we walk into a room, that's what the niggas that's sitting in there is thinking. So it's like,
and pay them the least amount.
Exactly.
All we hear all the time is, oh, you guys I want you to give me either your Insecure, your Get Out, or your Atlanta. That's all they want from us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I'm just like, black people make other shit. They're like, no, I want that. You guys make remake Moonlight, touch each other's dicks.
Yeah,
it's
like, nah, bro, we doing different shit. We doing
I'm like,
different shit.
fam, this is not all we could do.
That's not authentic, man.
That's not authentic. That's insane. So like bringing this all back together, like, where do you see the future of y'all going? I do not want to see y'all on no VH1 episode later. We're talking about y'all split up.
Talk about I ain't talked to Mero in 10 years.
On the Pretty Ricky shit, like, well, it's been 10 years since I spoke to Desus, so I decided that my wife, Carly Red, was going to reach out to him and trying to get the group back together. And
I told my ex-wife Ashanti I would refuse to work with the kid Mero, but Mona Scott offered the check and so, bills is due.
Fuck it, we here. Nah, never that, man. Like,
we next on Love and Hip Hop, Hack and Sack.
But nah, man, it's like first of all, we having fun doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most important part, really. It's like
before you answer, man, let me say this, because I went into business with one of my best friends, and before we made $1 together, like I looked at that man in the eye and said, bro, before, like, you have to promise me this if we go into business together. Like, you cannot let $1 separate anything. We can bang it out for our opinions or whatever, but understand business is business and us is us. Like, I'm not finna lose no brother over no dollar.
Right.
Like, I think that's important. I always tell people that who get in business with family, because business is a real thing. When them checks start coming in and you start depending on, that's how you feel in your family, it's a real thing. So, like, I'm telling y'all right now, man. I don't want no shit.
You know what it is? There's always, when you work with somebody so closely, you know what I mean? Like, I see this dude every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally 5 days a week.
Right.
I'm with him more than I'm with my kids. So it's like, there's gonna be staticky moments. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand, it's like, yo, this is my dude. Like, this is who I came in the game with. You know what I'm saying? We've been working with each other for X amount of time, and like, we built this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's not let it crumble over some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's just like basketball. It's like, Russell Westbrook is great by himself in the gym. But you know what? You have to have that teammate. You have to have the pick. It's easier to work if you got the pick and roll working. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I could be funny all day. Be on stage, be in a red Eddie Murphy leather suit, making all types of problematic jokes, go on tour, make $1 million. Mero could do the same thing. Or we could do it together.
Yep.
Lessen the workload for both of us and increase the money. Yep. You gotta work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
As long as y'all got that mindset, man, it's good to see, man.
Because it's like, it happens to everybody. Like, when I seen Prodigy and Havoc, Rest in Peace Prodigy, beefing on Twitter,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I was like, yo.
But see, you gotta remember, a lot of these, sometimes these rap
y'all
relationships.
Y'all send shots together on Twitter, man. Twitter going
crazy, bro.
Twitter going fold.
You got some of these rap relationships were put together in the boardroom. Like somebody was like, yo, you work good with him. No, you and this guy are gonna be a group now.
Go, do it.
That happens 1,000,000 times. We've seen that at MTV too. We've seen. I remember they tried to put us work on a show with 2 other people. Right. And it was just like the other 2 people had never worked with each other. So they had no chemistry. Yeah. And me and Mero, we doing the ball back and forth. We doing all the jokes and stuff, and they can't keep up with us. Yeah. And this, again, goes back to authenticity. Like, I wasn't introduced to him in the boardroom. Nobody was like, hey, this is the kid Mero. Yeah. You guys should be the Bodega Boys. Like, we came in there with that. And we were like, yo, you got to make it work as this unit. So as long as people recognize that unit and build around that, we're going to be good money. Even in 20 years, when we open this worldwide financial mega church,
you know what I'm saying?
We take all this money from you fools.
That's right, motherfucker. Y'all better time.
Oh, man.
ATM don't give out no money. Just take the card.
Collection plate take Bitcoin. How you feel?
I'm going to be one of the pastors, man.
Oh, got to. Because
I'm in on this shit.
What kind of airplane do you want Reverend Mero to be flying around for the aviation ministry, my brother?
Come on, yo.
He's in a G6. How do you think he looks?
We up to G12. It's 2028.
Come on. Dig deep.
Yo, man, that was just so good to hear, man. And like I said, man, I'm a super fan of y'all, man. Like, where do you see the future of
total entertainment dominance?
That's what I'm saying. So like, y'all, like, I don't think this show is the last stop for y'all. I mean, shout out to Viceland for giving y'all a boost, but I think we're living in the age now where once you develop a fan base, you can own your own shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fact.
And so, where do you see the future of the Bodega Boys?
I'm about to get my Kanye on.
Who's gonna be the Medici family? Nah, but just like really, like
Mark
everything.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, like everything. But like, cause we both can write, we can both act, we're both funny, like on our feet. We're both, you know what I'm saying? Like we both, and apart from that, we both have our strengths. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like when we, like you said, when we come together, it's working smarter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, boom, he'll throw me some shit, I'll throw a voice out. You know what I mean? I throw him some shit, he'll throw me a reference to some shit that I didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? And we just go back and forth. And it's just, when you bring that to other platforms like movies, books, you know what I mean, like scripted TV stuff, it's like it works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Again,
because of the
comes off
authenticity.
great.
We're about to be on some Star Wars thing because it's like from the podcast you have Yesenia. You have all these little characters that exist inside the Bodega Hive universe.
Well,
And we've referenced some of these characters strongly enough that people have approached us like, you ever thought about doing a spin-off of just this character?
Yeah.
A character from a podcast.
Yeah.
People want spin-offs of fucking characters on a podcast.
it's crazy.
And you want to listen.
Now you moving.
Listen, baby. I'm talking Harry Potter out here. I want to hurt the market. I'm talking cookbooks.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I'm talking about bathroom tiles. I'm talking about I want Bodega Boys stuff. Bodega Boys colostomy bags. That's when you know we made it.
When you see pictures of niggas on the faces on at a t-shirt of Forever 21,
Oh,
we lit.
American Eagle.
When you see me and Mero back to back on some sort of safe sex ad talking about we play safe, you know
NYC condom
the
shit on
brand
the
is
bottom.
strong.
Popping.
People are gonna be like, are they gay together? They're like, no, they're just comedy partners.
No, they're just comedy brothers. Just comedy. No dick touching.
Man, that shit is hilarious, dog. I couldn't imagine, man, having that. The wit is there, man.
Well, you know,
It's
but the
unbelievable.
thing is, the wit from the comedy comes from pain.
Yeah, no, it's life.
dark
It's
soul.
100%.
It's
So
life
okay, so
experience,
let me ask that real quick. So a lot of comedians are depressed.
Yeah.
Are y'all depressed?
You know what?
Sometimes.
I think if you're woke in America, you have to be depressed on some
Right.
level.
On
'Cause
some
if-
level, right.
like you can, like it's wild because like I'll be trying to just enjoy my life. Like, yo, I got a car. A car service picks me up and takes me to do a show, and I got all these sneakers and stuff. And then I look and I'm like, damn, my neighborhood's fucked up. None of these people gonna get out this shit.
Yeah.
Obama was doing drone strikes.
It's all
They
type of
cutting
shit.
metals. Like
Yeah.
you can't, you know, like you feel a little guilty. Like, damn, I made it out the hood. None of these people gonna make it out the hood. Like these people. At what cost? Because
You
like
a good nigga, man. Like,
I'm just-
like y'all some good niggas.
That's
Because
what-
like I've had those same, bro. I've had nights drinking a whole fifth.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what the fuck?
I can't take all of y'all with me.
Yeah,
And you want to
like,
you want to
you
give
really
them
want to.
you want to give them an experience like, yo,
Yeah.
here's a promo shirt I got. You give it to someone at a barbershop. They're like, yo, I remember I
Yeah.
gave someone a hat off my head because I was like, I got like 4 more of these, and this guy was like,
Yeah.
like to this day, he's like, I still got the hat, D. Yo, good looking out. You were a good dude.
Man, I remember. I think I was just a rookie, so I wasn't making no real money. But
Yeah.
I remember my first check hit ever was $25,000, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking rich. I've never seen
Bro,
25
that's
racks
fam.
before. And so I gave.
When you see a comma in a check, you're
It's
like,
real.
yo.
It's real. And I gave one of my siblings like $80, and it was like, oh my fucking god, like thank you so much. And granted, I'm not that far removed. I understand $80 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But to see their reaction
Yeah.
for $80, and I don't look at $80 like they look at $80.
Right.
And like just it tore me. Like I almost cried because I was like I want them to feel what I feel about $80.
Yeah.
But like it's a fucked up position to be in because I mean you're supposed to honor every dollar and you be humble, but like when you have it, you have it. You know,
Yeah.
like, I can't tell you, and this is not a brag, but I can't tell you when the last time I looked at a gas price.
Yeah.
I can't just
Nah,
go and
bro.
I fill up when I fill up, but it's just something I've been
It's different.
conditioned to
Things-
for
things are
years.
different.
I said this shit early on the podcast, and like now it's come to fruition. Like I was like, yo, because he asked me, I think it was like, what is your opinion? And like, what is your interpretation of like, yo, I got money, like I'm paid,
Right.
and I was like, yo, when I go to Target and I just swipe, and I don't even look at like what the balance is or whatever it is, I just swipe and go,
Yeah.
and now I can do that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm not like stressed, like oh shit, now I'm overdraft and whatever, and like. That's a good.
That's a
Yeah.
real-
That's
a
that
real
real, especially
thing.
when you got Bank of America and they call you next day like, oh, that's a $35 overdraft fee,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
man.
If
What's
you don't put
wild
money
is-
back in 10 seconds, we gotta give you another $35 overdraft.
That's real though.
We did on the podcast, Shout the Square Cash, we did Bodega Dreams where people were just hashtagging. We were giving money away to listeners.
Yeah.
Just out of just being benevolent. We was like, you could use it for something wasteful, nothing serious. And people were just hitting us up like, yo, fam, my car can't start. I can't get to work.
Yeah.
Or I don't got gas in my car.
Yeah.
We paid. One girl was about to get evicted. She was 3 months behind on her rent. We paid her rent. And we did that. We don't retweet or anything. We're just like, yo, here,
Yeah,
hold this
boom.
down. Or we paid for someone's surgery.
Yeah.
Paid for Shorty to get surgery. So that's our way of giving back.
That's awesome, man.
And it's just like, because you remember that. There was one person, and they were just like, yo, fam, if I don't have $200 by the end of the month, me and my girl's going to be homeless.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Nigga, I just bought 3 pairs of sneakers.
Like,
Like, I don't like, damn, I remember that when like $200 might have well been $2,000. Like,
that's a
you're just
fact.
like, how am I going to make this?
Yeah.
So you always got to I always keep that in the back of my head, like just to keep you a little
Temper.
humble. And I feel like that helps us as far as we're working. Because we're not at that point, we're not that far removed where we can't remember that.
Yeah.
And it's still fresh in our head that you could go back to it.
It's important to have that perspective that like when you finally get some bread that you have as long as you have that feeling of like I gotta help out people.
Yeah.
Like that's important. That's how like that's you're the right type of people to be in the positions that you are. Cause trust me, I done seen the opposite with them. They be like, man, fuck them niggas.
I seen a
out of
rapper
here. Fuck them. Yeah.
I seen a rapper yesterday on I don't know, I guess on Instagram Live. He bought he bought a chain for $150,000 and was like hitting it with the diamond tester and all this stuff.
It's silly, man.
And I was like,
it's silly.
that
man.
could be school books for kids. That could be
Bruh,
so much. We had also the BX Excellent Academy gang. We started an art school in the Bronx for kids. And we
Man.
funded it for 6 months. We got to re-up again.
Man.
But we out here, man. We giving back.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anna Sosa, shout out to Pink Rain, everybody holding it down
Man.
over there. You know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that. You know what I mean? Because like coming up in the Bronx, like we were running around because we didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's how we got in
in
trouble.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like there wasn't no like yo come play. Like I played ball, but I wasn't like I'm smoking weed, so I'm like not on the team.
Even worse, like we were playing ball in like a courtyard, and the hoop was a sign that says no ball playing.
No ball playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
sad.
You know what I mean? So it's like to be able to give a kid an opportunity to do something different and keep them safe first and foremost. You know what I mean? Like that's huge. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, this same kid could have been on a block and got hit with a stray or been
shot
like,
off a stray
or
and killed
shot,
somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
And now they in the art room,
You know what I
being
mean?
safe, reading.
reading.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So
Man, what I like about it is, and I always tell people like, you have to sometimes advertise your charitable acts, but like, I like
it
that
encourages people to do the same
yeah,
thing.
but I like that. I like not a whole lot of cameras not being there all the time, like because it's more genuine, man.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
y'all niggas is doing.
It's all word of
things.
mouth. Be like,
Yeah.
we're not there like with photo ops. Like,
That's
yo,
what I'm
we
saying.
here, we
And you-
doing
and-
this.
And you
like,
see that a lot. I've done a lot of charity for cats, and I stopped doing it like publicly. Sometimes I have to in order to get the word out for funding or whatever the case may be. But I've seen so many times cats just show up for the photos and then they take off,
they
and like,
bounce.
you see these people like just like, man, I'm like, man, they gotta live with that. Like this shit breaks my heart, dog.
Yeah.
So like,
we did the what was it? The Miracle Day.
PricewaterhouseCoopers.
We went out there and it was wild because it was a whole lot of celebrity people there. It was like ex-football players, actors, actresses, all type of people, and we stuck around and signed 1 million T-shirts, took 1 million pictures because we was just like, yo, y'all think we're popping, like you think that we're as popping as Lorraine Bracco, dog. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just. It's humbling to have that impact on people. And have people like a little Dominican kid come up to me and be like, "Yo, loco, yo, you Dominican? You on TV? That's crazy!" Like, and like the representation, like the you know what I mean? Like people seeing people that look like them on TV.
To that point, do this if you can. Like there was some challenge going on around Twitter about getting black kids tickets to the Black Panther movie.
Oh yeah.
So do that shit if you can, because
For real.
I feel like that
Facts.
is that because like growing up, before this movie was coming out, like years ago, I used to say, like if you think about it, growing up, you had no black superheroes.
Right.
You had nothing. You was Superman, it was all them, but you had no. Our superheroes were athletes and entertainers. So that's all our kids, and we wonder why that's all kids want to aspire to be.
Yeah.
But like you look at what they're doing now. Black Panther, like support. So like I encourage any black people with money to go. Like we're gonna go buy we're gonna try to buy out a theater
and just have
for
the
the
kids
day
come?
and
For
have
the
just
kids
kids come
come
through and
through,
like watch, come watch it on us, because it's important that you see somebody that looks like you that is a superhuman. Like, it's important, man.
And it's doing something good.
That's
It's not
what-
like a villain or like
and
doing
it's
some
not
wild shit.
who was it? Nigga, I think it was who was it? Tommy Davidson? What was it? Captain
Blank Man.
Blank Man.
Oh man. Oh man.
Man, if
that
you
wasn't
ever
helping
seen-
nothing. That was not. That set us back a couple years.
Yo, I'm like, fam, that shit
would
could
not air
drop.
right now.
Yo, fam.
That shit
They couldn't get past the start in the living color nowadays.
That script wouldn't have got picked up. That shit was bad, bro.
He was like, "Are you trying to get a suit? Get this shit out of here."
That was like the
bro.
best, and then I think Spawn was another one, but that was like he was kind of.
Yeah, he was like covered.
Yeah,
and it was
you
like,
couldn't tell. Yeah,
it was
What's
weird.
weird is like I had the comic book Spawn, and then when I saw he was, I was like, oh shit.
Oh
Right.
shit.
I think he really fucked up the Green Lantern. He's actually black in the comics. Bronx.
Yeah.
But they used
white dude.
Remember they remade Luke Cage? A lot of people don't remember. Back in like the 70s, they had Luke Cage in a wild 70s dress shirt with like a
Shaft
metal.
type.
It was bad. It was like Marvel was like, yo, here's your one black comic. Get out of here.
Yeah, like that's enough.
I was like, yo, diverse of these nuts, nigga. Like,
But that's why I think it's so like because the way that they've done this movie.
Yeah.
I just know that they did it just like
They
you could
did it
just
right.
see. You can see by the,
they got the right people,
Man,
the
bro.
right voices.
And that cat, I didn't know he was like 40 something. He looked like he's
Who,
25. Chadwick Boseman.
He's in everything.
That's
He's playing me
crazy.
in like next episode of Desus and Mero.
Man, I hope for it, man. But bro, I know y'all got a whole bunch of shit to do and y'all busy, man. So I appreciate you carving out some time for your
man,
dog.
of course,
bro.
bro.
Anytime for you, bro.
Much love, man. So we end the podcast the same way every time, man. We ask our guests to convince Jim Carrey to come on the podcast. From day one, we've asked every single guest. We started with my mother. She was the first episode. So if y'all can look in whatever perspective camera you feel like, both or the same or whatever, and try to convince my mans.
Jim Carrey.
Jim,
Fire Marshal Bill.
let me tell you something.
Come on.
Let me tell you something.
Don't you wanna be on this podcast?
Come on, yo, come on the podcast.
We saw Truman Show.
Yo, we loved it.
We loved it.
You know what I'm saying? I loved number 23.
I
I think
saw
it was.
the cable guy.
Amazing.
Little weird, but I felt the
amazing.
energy. The Mask, yes.
Awesome.
Ace Ventura, a little transphobic, but you know,
It's
hey, what's
fine.
going on here?
You know what
Ace
I'm saying?
Ventura 2, I understand a check was cut.
Yeah.
But come on, my man's podcast.
come on, man.
you literally are not doing anything right
Yo,
now.
listen, y'all are kind of on the same level because
I like
you
that.
want some shit like you want some esoteric like
Y'all
we're
see
not
the
even
vision.
here.
Like, come on.
You know what I mean? Like we're not real beings. You see the speech at the fashion awards?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
He was like, we're just atoms
It's a friendly
floating in
spot.
space.
It's a safe space.
Come on,
to
B.
it.
Come through.
Come
Look,
through, Jim
yeah,
Carrey.
Like I'm not even sweating, being I got wild anxiety issues.
Also, that what was it? Venus de Milo shit he was doing in Living Color. Woo.
Yeah.
Nah, boy, you wouldn't get away with that today, boy. Woo.
What? So come on the show, stop playing, bro.
My man, I appreciate the plug, man. If y'all plug anything, they can find y'all on where can they find you?
They'll find us Desus and Mero on
Yes.
Viceland Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
At 11 p.m.
You know what it is. We got the Bodega Boys podcast available
That's
on
right.
SoundCloud, Google Play, and
iTunes,
iTunes.
all that.
Drops on Fridays or Mondays. I
Neo
don't know,
Yokio
depends.
is on Netflix
Neo
right now,
Netflix.
season 1. You know what I'm saying?
What else? You
watch
good?
that?
What else we in?
Y'all gonna give me a damn sweater or something?
Oh, we got sweaters.
oh,
We
for
got
sure.
merch.
We got merch on deck. You know
We
what
got
I'm
some.
saying?
We got the book dropping second quarter 2019.
The book.
And we got some tours coming up. Listen,
Yep.
your boys is hitting the road. We about to be in parts of America that I was afraid to go to because of KKK,
That's
but we
right.
are definitely coming out.
We coming through. We coming through.
We
with
go to
security.
parts of America where they say roll tide, and I get nervous. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
All I'm bringing is a pump shotgun. Shout out to Tito.
Man, please, if you haven't heard of them, they are amazing talents, man. So I appreciate y'all coming on my show again, man. And
thanks for having us.
We're gonna
Yeah,
rock,
man.
man. Y'all fam.
It's been a long time in the making.
Let's go.
Let's get it.